Hey, how's it going, guys? Thanks for clicking on this video where we're going to talk about the best landing spots in Fortnite. Where would you land if you could land anywhere? Going to discuss that and more in this tournament style video. But first, I want to say thank you to this video sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best app for buying and selling tickets to soccer matches at Pleasant Park or actual sporting events, actual concerts, and actual theater shows. Their revolutionary grading system lets you know if you're getting a good deal or a bad deal with color-coded indicators so you never get ripped off. And if you use my code EPIC, you get $20 off your first purchase. That could save you a lot of money on baseball tickets with baseball season just starting, NHL and NBA playoffs going on. Great time in the sports world, a lot of great concerts to attend all over the globe. So get on SeatGeek. It's the best app for buying and selling tickets. Thank you to them for sponsoring this video. This is going to be a March Madness type video. Obviously, we're in April now. I made a video in the March Madness style for the best skins in Fortnite that hit some search results and got a lot more viewers than I normally get on my videos. A lot of people liked it. A lot of people disliked it, but today we're going to make a best landing spots video. This place versus that place, best spot moves on, and obviously there's going to be some prerequisites to how I am judging these, so I will let you guys know my thought process. My thought process is you could land at either of these two locations at equal time. Obviously, sometimes it won't make sense. One place will be on the other side of the map from the other, but we just have to assume in these matchups, if you could get to both of these places in an equal amount of time, which one would you go to? No other factors. And this is also coming from my opinion. Obviously, it's all my opinion, and I'm sure many of you will disagree with it and tell me in the nicest language possible in the comment section below. But I'm a very average Fortnite player, so I'm not just going to drop tilted every time. I know some good players that don't even like dropping tilted. I know some bad players that like dropping tilted. I mean, there's various different justifications I could have for wanting to drop in a particular location, and I'm going to share all of those with you guys in this video, so I hope you enjoy. First matchup, Tilted Towers versus any mountaintop. You could literally land on any mountaintop in the game or Tilted Towers. Chose Tilted Towers in this scenario because the best mountaintop you could land on, I believe, has 3 chest spawns, and Tilted is so diverse, so chaotic, but so diverse, so many locations, so many things you could get. I thought that was a pretty easy choice. Next matchup, I had Haunted Hills versus Dusty Depot, and I ended up choosing Haunted Hills. I'm a little bit disappointed in what Haunted Hills is. I'm the kind of person that really likes scary things. I like scary movies. October is my favorite month. It was the month I was born in, and I like that kind of scary aesthetic for things. And Haunted Hills is a little disappointing. It's a letdown. I wish there was like some spooky areas with hologram ghosts, and it was just a lot more detailed. But still, Haunted Hills has a lot more options to me than Dusty Depot, although Dusty Depot does have those pallets that you can get a lot of wood from. If you land in one of the things at Dusty and then someone lands another one and you don't get a chest, you're basically fucked. So I went with Haunted Hills. Lonely Lodge versus the Racetrack. This one's pretty easy as well. I chose Lonely Lodge. Again, a pretty diverse area. A little bit of verticality. You have to kind of go up and down on some areas to get to some chests. Some chests are a little bit hidden in those small shacks. That's kind of frustrating to look for those. But if you can get into the Lonely Lodge before anyone else and get some chests in there, you can basically run that entire area. Lonely Lodge is the choice for me. Anarchy Acres versus South Warehouses. And I'll show you on the screen where South Warehouses are if you don't know where that location is or don't know what I'm talking about just by me saying it. Pretty straightforward choice for me for Anarchy Acres. I gotta admit my bias right here, and you're gonna see it throughout the video. I'm kind of a farm junkie. I like the farms. There's a lot of diversity at the farms, a lot of diversity of locations and types of materials you can get. I chose Anarchy Acres over South Warehouses, although South Warehouses, I believe, is a very underrated location. There's a lot of locations you can go around it, whether you want to go down to Flush Factory or you want to go up Shifty Shafts, Tilted Towers area. I just would rather go to Anarchy Acres. I can kind of move around a little bit easier. I can see people from longer distances. So I chose Anarchy Acres over South Warehouses, although I do think that South Warehouses is an underrated location that I don't see people landing at a ton when I'm watching streams or videos. Pleasant Park versus Creepy House. Creepy House is the house that is just outside of Pleasant Park to the west, kind of in between Pleasant Park and Haunted Hills somewhat. So I obviously chose Pleasant Park just because of the diversity of where you can land and so many more chests and vending machine as an option. I don't think that's a particularly tough choice, although if you have an amazing creepy house strat where you can get there quickly and get the chest before anyone who would happen to land there, I'm sure you'll have a pretty successful game. I just like Pleasant Park. Shifty Shafts versus North Salty Factory. Again, I will put that on the screen if you don't know where that is. I feel like I don't have a great justification with this one, but I will go with the North Salty Factory. I guess if I wanted to make a justification, I could just say that I hate landing at shifty shafts because of vertical audio being so difficult to discern where someone is. Of course, when there's only 2 levels, then, you know, if they're not next to you, they're above you. But I don't know. I just hate shifty shafts for whatever reason. Tell me in the comments why I'm stupid. I always appreciate that. Junk Junction versus Motel. I'm going to go with Motel. The motel that is west of Anarchy Acres. I guess Junk Junction is a great place to go if you want steel for a vending machine, and it's got a decent amount of chest locations. It's kind of isolated, so if you can kill someone out there, you're pretty much going to run the place and not run into too many people until the later game pretty often. But I like Motel. Some of these I feel like I don't have a great justification for. When I was going through the bracket, I took it really seriously, and I was looking at Fortnite chest.info and seeing how many chest locations were in an area and how many vending machines were in an area. But I just like the idea of a motel better than a damn junkyard. Okay, I'm not going to land at a damn junkyard and fight people amongst the cars. That's my justification. I like motels, seedy motels that you can catch venereal diseases in. Greasy Grove versus Trailer Park. Trailer Park, again, an underrated location, but I think Greasy Grove is the easy choice there. I need to move through these much quicker. Retail Row versus Watchtower. Watchtower is on the far east side of the map. Interesting looking structure. I think Retail Row is the easy choice. Again, diversity is key in landing locations, and if you can land either in the houses or the industrial parts safely, I think you can get really looted really quickly. Moisty Mire versus Loot Lake. Gonna go with Moisty Mire. Underrated location. Once again, I'm gonna say that about every location. Joel, if every location is underrated, is any location underrated? It's a good location to land at for an average player like myself, because I know where the chests are, and if I can get a chest quickly, I can usually kill the one other loser that lands there and get so much wood. I mean, more wood than a damn lumberjack. All the wood that you could want in the world is in the Moisty Mire. Best place for a Skybridge challenge. Lucky Landing versus Containers. Containers I'll show on the map once again if you don't know where that is, but I'm gonna go with Lucky Landing, the newest map location. Very colorful, underrated. When you're landing, you know, you wanna see colors. I don't know if anyone cares about that, but it's a beautiful place to land. Beautiful design of the town, and Containers is annoying, especially when you don't have materials to have to try to go from container to container. A lot of verticality in that landing area. Probably the most verticality besides Tilted Towers, if I'm quickly looking and trying to think about it. Yeah, so that'd be annoying to land there and not get materials right at the start. Gonna go with Lucky Landing. Fatal Fields versus Chair Spot. Chair Spot, I think you guys know, there's a giant chair there, again, on your screen. Gonna go with Fatal Fields. Like I said, I'm a farm junkie. A lot of diversity in materials. 2 vending machine spots at Fatal Fields, while one's just slightly outside of it, and a lot of chest areas. Salty Springs versus Backcountry. Backcountry is that spot at the top northeast of the map, north of Wailing Woods, and I'm gonna go with Backcountry, actually. Backcountry is a really underrated, Joel, they're not all underrated. No, it's a very underrated location. I actually, when I just wanna get in the top 10, I land in Backcountry, and I swear 9 times out of 10, I mean, obviously, if the bus is going over that area, 9 times out of 10, I can get in the top 10 because you can get looted so quickly. There's so many chests around. It's spread out, obviously, but there's so many chests around that area, and you rarely see anyone there. I feel like I'm ruining a secret spot for a lot of people, but by the time I'm fully geared, there's like 30 people left, and it's like, all right, easy top 10, and then I can choke in the top 10. So Backcountry is a great place to land. Soccer Stadium versus Wailing Woods. The soccer stadium that is just west of Tilted Towers is what I'm referring to, and there's some other buildings around there, an empty pool and a basketball court. I'm gonna go with Soccer Stadium over Wailing Woods. 2 vending machine locations. Wailing Woods is just a clusterfuck. I mean, land at the I guess you can land just outside of it if you want to have success there. Go to one of those chest locations that are in the camping grounds and then run into the woods and hopefully kill some people. And then you have a lot of materials around, obviously, if you want some wood. But I think Soccer Stadium is a better bet just for getting quickly geared and probably finding another person you can kill easily if you know where the chests are. And it's a cool location. You can score goals. Soccer Stadium. Tomato Town versus Prison. I hate Tomato Town. If you like Tomato Town, explain yourself. I don't know why I don't like it. I just don't like it. Maybe it's that goofy ass tomato dude. His face, he's so happy for no reason. Happy that he has the shittiest town in the whole map. Dumbass tomato. I'm gonna go with Prison. I'd rather go to Prison than go to that goofy ass Tomato Town pizza place. I don't like it. I never have success there. I don't know what the best strategy is. I guess I'm going to include that bridge, that under bridge area as a part of Tomato Town. I feel like that's the best place to go to get the chest in the secret wall spot. and then run into Tomato Town and kill all the other goofy people that land there, but I'll go with prison. I'd rather be in prison and drop the soap than go to Tomato Town. Snobby Shores versus Broken Homes. I don't have a map in front of me, but I'm pretty sure Broken Homes is the area that is just south of Junction. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but you guys can see it on your screen. I've landed there a couple of times to decent success. I mean, there's just a little cluster of broken homes there, dilapidated neighborhood, and there's some chests there. It's pretty cool, but I'm a big fan of Snobby Shores. One of my favorite things about landing Snobby, other than the ridiculous amount of chests for the rather small location, is that you don't have to worry about someone coming west. I mean, it would be like you're facing east, so they'd be running west. You're usually just worried about what's to your left and what's to your right, and it makes fighting a lot easier when you don't have to worry about somebody in Tilted Towers. I mean, you have to worry about north, south, east, west, up, down, all that stuff. And in Snobby, it's just like left or right. Where's the gunfight happening? Where's the danger? Where can I go kill someone? A lot of chests in that location. Obviously, you have to do a lot of running usually if you land there, unless you get the circle off the start, but big Snobby Shores fan. That's it for the first round. Try to move quicker through this second round. Took too much time. Tilted Towers versus Haunted Hills. I'm going to go with Tilted Towers. Not my favorite place to land as an average player, but I'm just disappointed that Haunted Hills does not have more options. I could see you guys arguing with me for even taking Tilted Towers this far, because I know some people hate it so much that they just want that meteor to hit it any day now. But Tilted Towers over Haunted Hills for me. Lonely Lodge versus Anarchy Acres. I'm going to go with Anarchy Acres. Like I said, I am a big Farms fan. Lonely Lodge is great if you can get into the lodge, but if you're hopping around it on those little hills and trying to get in the shacks and get the chests, it's kind of a headache. So I'd rather go to Anarchy Acres. A lot more options there and a lot of materials there. Pleasant Park versus North Salty Factory. Gonna go with Pleasant Park because of the diversity factor and a little bit of what I said with Snobby Shores, where you usually only have to worry about what's to your immediate left and immediate right. Obviously, people can run across the street to different houses, but you can kind of gauge the action really well there, and there is a vending machine, so you have a lot of chests, a lot of options. Although, I mean, it doesn't mean North Salty Factory is a bad place to land. I just prefer Pleasant Park. Motel versus Greasy Grove. I feel like Greasy Grove is also an easy choice here because there's a lot more options than the motel for chests. And there's a big silly burger with his tongue out. So that's not a great reason, Joel. Well, whatever. We're moving on to the next one. Retail Row versus Moisty Meyer. Gonna go with Retail Row. I forgot to mention, in Retail Row, there is a sports bar named Joel's, and my name is Joel. So I have a bias towards Retail Row for that reason. And as much as I love Moisty Meyer, if you want to get super looted and get some kills in the process, you're probably going to go to Retail Row. Lucky Landing versus Fatal Fields, right next to each other, but I'm going to choose Fatal Fields. You have the added benefit of people coming north from Lucky Landing usually, so you can pick those guys off once you get looted at the fields. 2 vending machine locations, like I said, diversity of materials. It's a great spot to land. Backcountry versus Soccer Stadium. I'm kind of going against what I actually truly believe here, but I'll choose Soccer Stadium just because, like I said, 2 vending machines in such a small location, 2 vending machine spawns, so a high chance of having a vending machine, a lot of chests there. I would actually probably choose Backcountry, but I just feel like I can't justify taking it another round. That's the really average player's choice. So I'll choose Soccer Stadium as someone who aspires to be a much better player. Prison versus Snobby Shores. Again, easy choice for Snobby Shores just because of what I said. A lot of chests there, and you don't have to worry about someone coming from your north and south, and not too much verticality. So it's a great place to land. Third round, Tilted Towers versus Anarchy Acres. I'm going to go with... No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to go with Anarchy Acres. I don't know if that's... What's controversial? Do people hate Tilted Towers? Is Tilted Towers the best place to land in the game? I mean, it has the most chest spawns, vending machine possibilities galore, but it's just a fuckfest. I mean, an absolute fuckfest, and it's a magnet on the map. Everyone lands in that general vicinity with Shifty there and with the soccer stadium there and Snobby there. It's just... It draws all of the attention to this one location on the map, and there's no great vertical audio in the game, so it's hard to tell if someone's above you or below you, and I just get so anxious when I'm there. My anxiety goes through the roof. I'd rather be a simple farmer boy on the Anarchy Acres, collecting my wood and going through the barns and trying to find shotguns and whatnot. So maybe that's a terrible choice. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. I know you guys will anyway. Pleasant Park versus Greasy Grove. This is a tough one because these locations I feel are fairly similar. I'm going to go with Pleasant Park again, though. I don't know if I can really justify this one. This was the one... I'm trying to look at other ones. This is maybe the one I thought about the most, just because they are so similar. Did I look at the... I'm trying to remember if I even looked at the locations and thought, well, Greasy Grove has a 1 vending machine location and Pleasant Park has 2. So I guess that's my justification. I don't know if that's a great justification. I guess Pleasant Park is also slightly more centrally located, but yeah, I went with Pleasant Park. Retail Row versus Fatal Fields. I went Fatal Fields. Again, I'm a farmer boy. I'm a simple farmer boy. FarmersOnly.com is my favorite dating website. Just kidding, I'm married to my sister. But Fatal Fields, it's a great location. Did I mention there's stone and wood? You can get 500 stone and 500 wood like it's nobody's business. You're not doing that at Retail Row. And I'm sorry, but as much as I love Joel's Sports Bar, I also love the farms. I don't know if I can justify it farther than, 2 possible vending machine locations, a large diversity of materials, and it's a great spot. I love the farms. Soccer Stadium versus Snobby Shores, final third round matchup. I'm gonna go with Snobby Shores. Soccer Stadium went too far, probably, and I'm a big Snobby Shores fan. What can I say? I think it's a great location. I've already talked about it so much. So Snobby Shores over the Soccer Stadium, which does have 2 vending machine locations, but Snobby Shores, it's just easier to get stuff, I feel. Final 4, Anarchy Acres, Pleasant Park, Fatal Fields, Snobby Shores. Going to start on the left side again. Anarchy Acres versus Pleasant Park. I'm going to go with Pleasant Park, and I don't know how it made the finals, honestly. I went through the whole bracket, and I just thought to myself, how the fuck is Pleasant Park this far? I don't feel like I landed Pleasant Park enough to justify taking Pleasant Park this far. Maybe it was a weaker region the way I seeded it. I seeded it in terms of high population areas and named areas, and then I kind of went into the more obscure areas like any mountain, and it just worked out for Pleasant Park to make the finals. I want to put Anarchy Acres in the finals so bad, but I just can't justify it over Pleasant Park with 2 vending machine locations, a large array of chests in that area, and like I said, slightly more centrally located. Anarchy's in the middle, but it's, north. You usually have to run down by Loot Lake. Pleasant Park is in the finals. Fatal Fields versus Snobby Shores. I'm going to go with Fatal Fields. And this side of the bracket had some of my favorite landing locations for whatever reason. You just start landing at certain locations with your friends for some justification or another. And this side of the bracket had a lot of those locations for me. Fatal Fields, Snobby Shores actually is one I usually do in solos, but Salty Springs, lost in the first round. I go there a lot when I'm playing squads with my friends. These are 2 of my favorite locations, so it hurts me, but I have to choose Fatal Fields, again, because of the diversity factor. You can get stone, you can get wood, you can get a lot of chests, 2 vending machine locations. It's got everything. Final round, Pleasant Park versus Fatal Fields. Drum roll, please. I'm going with Fatal Fields. What are you going to do about it? I've said it all. I've said all the reasons I love it. I don't even know how Pleasant Park got this far. I love Fatal Fields so much. If I'm anywhere in that vicinity, I want to land there because I feel like I can just get everything I need to win the game. And if you guys disagree, I know you probably already told me something. You're like, God, I fucking hate Lucky Landing. Why'd you say that, you piece of shit? Tomato Town is cool, unlike your hairline, you goofy motherfucker. Yeah, so if you guys want to see more videos like this, let me know. Hopefully this one does as well as the first one, and we catch some search results and get some diverse opinions on this channel. I appreciate you guys all watching. Thanks again to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. And until next time, bye-bye.